Welcome to Prepdog.com. This is just a quick video on how to get you started. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to type in your username, which is generally your first and last name, capitalize each one with a space in between, and then your password. So now if you forgot either one, you can go and click on forgot, and you can click or type in your email. When you signed up, you can type in your email or your username if you remember your first and last name and put the code in, and then you'll get an email, and then you just have to click on the email and it'll take you to the login instructions. Otherwise, we'll start off with a simple one here. Let's go Prepdog Teacher. This is our demo site. And the first thing you're going to see is a menu here. What I want you to do though, if you don't know how to do this, you're going to click on Prepdog Teacher on your name. It's going to take you to this dashboard where you can edit your password. You can look at your content, your results, your sub-users, which would be your students, what you've ordered and such. But I'm going to go back here. So now the first thing you're going to do is you're just going to come in and you want to establish your students. You're going to go Gradebook, Manage Students. So I'm going to go over here. Now this is my guest login, so I have one guest, one student. So if you want to add an individual student, you just click Add Student. You put in their first name, their last name, an email, and their password, and then you create an account. Now the email address, we realize that most elementary students don't have an email, so all you want to do is put a fake one in there. You can use their name, probably use their name because that will make it easier. Use their name and then at say like prepdog.edu or something like that, some fake email. And then the reason why you have to put in the fake email is because this is an identifier of the student. Because you don't have to put in the student ID, that makes this email address the unique identifier. So if you have the same email address as somebody else, then it'll kick it back and say you can't use this. So I'm going to go back, so I create my student, or if I have say 700, 1,000 students, I definitely want to use the import multiple. And so I'm going to import this multiple, click on the instructions, because in the instructions I have a CSV file. This is just a fancy way of saying an Excel file, comma separated values. You click on that, and that's going to open up a spreadsheet, and you're just going to enter your same way. You're going to enter your first name, last name, your password, and your email. And you can enter other things, but those are the ones that you have to enter. So once you do that, you're going to save it, and then you're going to choose a file, and you're going to upload it. Once you get your students in here, they'll all drop down. If you had 700 or 1,000 students, it would be listed here. So then you want to manage your classes. So you want to come in here and add a class. Now, if you are an administrator and you want to have, let's say, 30 teachers on here, this is where you would do it. You would add those teachers here, and you would add the class, and you would say, let's say Miss Smith, Mrs. Smith class. You would add Miss Smith, give a little description of Miss Smith. Maybe Miss Smith teaches math, or maybe like 7th grade math or something, 7th grade math. And then this area would have all your students. You would click all the students you have. So let's say you had 35 students, you'd click all 35, then you'd hit save, and then you'd go back and let's put my guest in there. Hit save. There's Miss Smith's class. So then within different classes, you could have groups also. So now this one is this gets a little bit tricky if you have a lot of people using groups. If you had 40 teachers in here and you wanted several groups, you'd probably want to name a Miss Smith's Blue group or something like that. So I'm going to add a group, and so we'll just say Miss Smith's Blue group. Now if I had more students in here, I would select only those students in that blue group. So maybe this is my basic readers, and I'm going to only put my basic readers, so I'm going to select maybe 5 students in that group. So I'm going to do that, and then create that group. So that's how I create a group. Once you create a group, then you're going to go back to your menu, and if you want to get started, you can basically create your own lesson, or you can find a quiz. Now, when it says quiz, there's also tutorials and things like that, or you can create your own tutorial. Um, these type of activities. So I'm going to find, let's say I want to do a pre-test on something. I've used a bunch of these. Actually, let's do this so you can see how this works. So if I'm doing, let's say, let's look at, let's go 5th grade. If I'm doing 5th grade and I'm looking at, let's say, math, and we're working on this part. We're working on adding all the RIT, because it looks like the NWEA and the MAP test, it looks like that's pretty prevalent now that people have dropped some people have, or some districts have dropped the Smarter Balance test or the PARC test and gone back to the RIT. So we're in the process, hopefully get this up in maybe a week or two, getting all the RIT tests in there. But otherwise, these other ones are Common Core, and I think what we're going to do is put CC in front of these. So you'll see a CC added onto these pretty soon. So let's just check this out. Operations algebraic thinking. And if I want to stop here, I can search just on operations and algebraic thinking, and it's going to give me all the quizzes and all the material for just everything under operations algebraic thinking. But if I want to dial this down a little bit further, and I want to analyze patterns and relationships, I can hit search again. And it looks like in that area I only have one. So this standard 5OA3, it looks like there's only one quiz in there. And then if you had a lot of quizzes in a category and you want to dial down to the difficulty, you can use this also. Okay, so then I just hit this. Now, if I want to look at it, I can click it, or if I want to assign it, I can clone it. So I can clone this, and the reason why you clone it is because you want it to become yours, because then once I clone it, I can edit it. I can do anything I want to it. Okay, so right now this person here, they have this this quiz, but this is the original one. So I'm going to clone it. I'm going to look at it. Do I want to change anything? This one is just this, it looks like a level 1 difficulty. You want to keep it private because I'm only giving it to my kids, and I've cloned this, so I don't want to share it because there's already one out there. Unless I make some really great changes, then I can share it once I make some, but if I'm just cloning it, we don't need to have 2 out there. And then I'm going to go through and go, hey, do I want to make this always available to my students? Maybe, or maybe I only want it on one day. And then I'm going to say, do I want them to be able to go backwards, or are there questions in the test that if they go backwards, they can kind of cheat? So I can do unclick that, or I can use a randomization if I don't want them sitting next to each other, seeing the same question come up. I've got feedback at the end of the quiz. And then this one is important for the demo. For my demo, I leave it on unlimited so anybody can take it. But for students, you want to keep that on 1 because however many times you click on here, if you put 9 times, your quiz is going to stay up there until in their assignment in their assignments until they finish all 9. So if you want to just take that quiz once, boom, and then you're going to click save. Okay, so you've got that quiz. So there's my quiz. Now I'm going to go to the menu, and I'm going to say, I'm going to look at my quizzes just to see if it went in there. So right there it is, clone of 5OA3 right there. So now I'm going to assign it. I'm going to click the assign button. If I wanted to edit, I could edit it, but I'm just going to assign it just like it is. I'm going to assign it. I'm going to say all my students, which I only have 1 in there right now. I could have gone to any of these classes and assign. Okay. Whoops. Assign quiz. And that's it. Now the student, when they log in, they will see that quiz, and I'll show you that in just a second. So now I have a demo. This is all of my demo grades. So it's difficult to see these. Um, and this is kind of real time, so they keep changing in the demo. But you would see all of your different subjects and things like this in this grade book. Now, if you're sharing your classes and you guys are sharing all of your students under one thing, then you would want to drop down and you would want to click on the class. So that way you don't see all of the grades. Okay, so you'd only see your grades and then you'd hit filter. Now this one, I don't think I have any under Mrs. Oh, I do have. Oh, because I have the same student under Mrs. Smith, that's why that's coming up. So if I would have had other students under here, then I could filter Mrs. Smith's class, but I made the mistake of only having one student. So you could see, and then what you could do is you could filter by standard. If I am just concentrating on a grade level or a standard, I can check out, what is just 5th grade math. I could filter there, and it's only going to show me the 5th grade math scores, or the difficulty level, any of those things, or score range. I just want to see, who's scoring below 70%, something like that. Or, how did we do in between, you know, or the entire month of March. You can check out all those kind of things. I'll give you a little graph down here, and then you can download or export your results into a spreadsheet if you want. So let me just give you a quick shot of so that's kind of how you get going. You can also create a quiz. Create a quiz, because we have a large bank of questions, you can also create one, but we ask that you do the grade level so that we can tag these correctly, so that when somebody goes to look for a specific question, they could find that question based on the different parameters here. So you want to select the parameters here all the way down to the standard. You want to say what level of difficulty, and it gives you a little pop-up here to show you what the actual difficulty is. This also right here gives us a little hint of what is the standard, and it'll show you what exactly it says for the standard. You want to keep this private for your quizzes, unless at the end and you've made a great quiz and you've edited it, then you go ahead and share it afterwards. So then once you do it, you save it, and then let's see, I'll show you if you want to create your own demo. So then you go here and you want to say, do I want a true false, short answer, multiple choice, matching, or an essay? We are in the process of creating some other type of question types. So this will actually change, and this interface will change a little bit in the future. You can create a new one, or you can go down here and you can basically pick up any of these questions in any of these quizzes, all these different question stuff. You can grab some of these and then add them up to here. So if you clone them, it'll come up into my questions, and then you can mix and match. Okay, so then once you get in here, you'll get multiple choice. Let's say a multiple choice question. I'm doing demo. This seems a little tedious at first, but this really pays off in the future when you're trying to find specific things. You get in here, you can add video, you can add audio. I can record it right here if you've got a computer with a microphone. It comes in handy, especially with little guys. Then you go and put your question in here. You can put pictures. We have a math editor. You can do all those kind of things. You put your question in. You can do multiple answers. You can do more than one answer, or you can just do the traditional, put your answer in here and have one selected. You could have several different answers you can add. There's 4 to the default right now, and then you could go question feedback. You can put audio, text, or video you can add, and then once you get it, you save it. And well, let me just save one just for the heck of it. Demo question. Yes. Just click this, just a quick one. No. Save it. And so now it puts it down into my questions, and you can create a whole bunch of them and go, okay, now which ones do I want? So then when I want to set up my quiz, then I just add a question to my quiz, and it puts it into this quiz that you're starting up here, the one that you started. And the reason why that works like that is that you can grab from here, or you can grab down here in other people's questions. You can mix and match yours. Then when you're done, you just hit Save Quiz, and you can assign it at any time you want. And that's basically it. Once the student logs in, the results are real time. Let me show you just quickly what the student sees. You can look at our guest, and then just put in guest as the password. The student will have a list of assignments. In this case, they're all quizzes. I don't think there's a tutorial on here. I need to put a tutorial. And then because this is an ongoing, this is just for people visiting the site, this is how many times people have taken, because these are all unlimited. This is how many people, these people have just keep taking the test over and over and over. When we had it offline for a while, otherwise this really would be crazy, and we just put it back on again. So once they go here, they hit take quiz, and they go through the quiz, and once they take the quiz, it gives them a result. They go back, it'll give them their result right down here. So somebody, let's see, somebody just took the test and got 100% right here. So that was a lot of information, but this is a pretty powerful system, and there's a lot of different features. Like anything, it has a little bit of a learning curve. We're working on making everything intuitive. We evolve with teacher input, so anything you can comment on, any advice, go ahead and send it to us. We're not fragile. We'd love to hear any comments and try to kind of evolve with ideas, because we don't have all the great ideas. Teachers have all the great ideas, and we like to incorporate them. So I hope this helped you.